In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of new features here in Beta Release 9. Now, it is our intent to release this before the Christmas holiday. So in the next couple of days, we'll release it. We're just kind of putting the final touches on it. Now, there are quite a few new things here in Beta Release 9. But I want to just share with you a couple of ideas, a couple of the new features. I'm going to just type out "Let It Snow" here. Give you an idea, we have a new feature that I'm really excited about here in our font manager. We have a new font that is by the Stone Ranger, and it's called Let It Snow. Now, this particular font is a multi-deco font, so we have stones and we have some other shapes for the snow caps. And up until now, working with a multi-deco font took a little bit extra work because of the the HTV part of the design. So now what we can do is we've made the font manager a little bit smarter, where we can specify our stone size, and when we hit resize font, it will go ahead and resize the font so that our stones are the proper size. But notice that the snow caps are all left in place. So now the font manager is able to differentiate between stones and objects that are not stones, so it doesn't mess with those, it just changes our stones. So that's a new feature here. So if we want to make a little Christmas design, what we could do here is come in here, let's change a few of the stones to light cyan, and then we'll change a few of the stones to crystal, and then we'll change a few of the stones to light cyan again. There we go. And then our HTV, we're going to go ahead, all of our snow caps, let's make those white. And then let's go ahead and throw a weed box around it. And there you go. And maybe we'll even simulate the stones. What the heck. So now our stones are simulated. So there, fun little design. Pretty easy to do. Okay, so that's just a new feature here in our font manager when you're working with multi-deco fonts. All right, so then the next thing we want to take a look at is just a little thing, but it's actually quite useful. And if I draw out a little rectangle here, and I add stones to the rectangle, notice here at the corners, we don't get a perfect corner. Um, and that obviously isn't what we would want. Now we do have a detect corner option, so I'm just going to undo that. If we click on detect corners and hit add stones, now you can see we do get perfect corners. Also, another option is to hold down the Alt key and click on add stones. That has the same effect. If we don't check this, holding down the Alt key and clicking on Add Stones has the same effect. It tells it to look at the detect corners. Now, after having said all of that, there are times where I have been doing design work in where I want the corners to be detected at certain spots. So let me just show you another little design here. We'll do a little Mickey Mouse design. So we're just going to make his ear a little bit smaller here. And then we'll flip this over. So there is our little Mickey design. Now what we can do is a new option that we never had before is we can actually grab our node edit tool here and click on a node, hold our shift key and click on a node and click on a node and click on a node. Now because we've specified the corners where we for sure want a stone at those corners, rather than choosing detect corners and kind of letting the software figure it out, we're just going to specify the corners we want and click on add stones. And now you can see we get a stone perfect at every corner. So it's just a new option. I find it quite useful. You may or may not find it that useful, but it is available to us as a new option to specify exactly where we want those corners to be before we go in and add stones. So that's just a couple of the new tools here in Beta Release 9, and look for this release here in the next few days. Sometime between now and Christmas Eve, we'll get it all out there for you so you can play with it over the holidays. Thanks for watching.